Here at SI, he began as a staffer at Time magazine where his photos appeared on 40 covers. His works include many of the most iconic images of boxing history, including Muhammad Ali standing over Sonny Liston in their 1965 rematch, and the innovative overhead photo taken from the rafters of the Houston Astrodome of Ali standing victorious over Cleveland Williams in 1966. His photos have appeared in major magazines, Saturday Evening Post, Look, Life, and Newsweek. 2014 Hall of Fame inductee in the Observer category, Neil Leifer.
I made some notes just so I can get it right. First, when I got the phone call, I think it was in November from Ed Murphy, I tried to play it a little cool on the phone and I said, thank you, Ed, I'm honored. But I've got to tell you, when I hung up, I just said yes. And I need to thank you. This is a thrill I never dreamed of. I've also been so impressed. The volunteers, everybody, the staff that it's put together. I can't tell you what a pleasant 4 days this has been. The fans, I never dreamed of. I've never seen anything like this. And to be the first, just a real honor. It's an honor for me that it works a lot. I hope that I won't be the last one. I think there's some very deserving photographers. I'm also this day, this is 4 days, with my son Corey, who's an avid boxing fan, and my daughter-in-law Andrea, who both came here to share it with me. I became a boxing fan as a boy because my father was glued every Friday night to the Friday night fights, the Gillette cavalcade of sports. I'm not going to ruin your day and try to sing the theme song, but I still remember every word of it. On June 26, 1959, I saw my very first live fight. Believe it or not, it was a World Heavyweight Championship fight. Floyd Patterson against Inglemeyer against the Yankee Stadium. Who became a great Sports Illustrated photographer and took many of the boxing pictures you've all seen. And we didn't have any money, so we bought the only ticket we could afford. It was $5. We were in the nosebleed section, and what I remember about the fight, we were so far away, we were all convinced that Floyd Patterson was going to win this fight easily. Well, Floyd got knocked down 7 times, and it was about the 5th knockdown when I realized it was the black fighter going down. Needless to say, I had my camera with me, and I was absolutely hooked. Well, it's been 55 years since that day at Yankee Stadium, and today I'm a filmmaker. I no longer shoot sports, except shoot photographs, still photographs, except for one sport, and that sport is boxing. I mean, this year I did two New York. I also was lucky enough to be at the Mayweather Canelo fight and the Bradley Ideal fight recently. There are 2 questions that I'm asked all the time. Why? What is your favorite sport to photograph, or what was? And I always answer boxing, and the answer is so easy, and these 4 days have really just convinced me how right I've been all these years. There are no nicer group of athletes and people surrounding the athletes than the crowd you meet in the boxing world. And I've covered all the biggest athletes in the world for the last 50 years. Nobody, sure it's a generalization, but it's an honest one. I love photographing boxing, and it's something I will always do. The people I've met, where do you meet the crowd? Angelo Dundee, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, my friends, Larry Merchant, Michael Buffer, Murray and Bobby Goodman, 2 of the best publicists ever. I think they're both in the Hall of Fame. Bob Arum, Mark Taffet, Don King, Bill Kaplan, Jerry Cooney, Oscar De La Hoya, Félix Trinidad. I photographed them all, and I just love looking at the pictures, and I've enjoyed even more getting to spend a little bit of time and getting to know them a little bit here. I sat next to Oscar yesterday at dinner, and maybe I will never forget. And then, last but not least, there's the greatest, Muhammad Ali. No photographer, and for that matter, no writer, no television commentator, nobody ever had a better subject than Muhammad Ali. He just loved the camera, he loved every microphone he ever saw. Quite honestly, he just made a hero out of all of us who were lucky enough to cover him. So the second question I'm asked all the time is usually on a college campus where I lecture occasionally to photojournalists. Come up to me and they say, Neil, how can we have a career like the one you had? And my answer is so simple. I look at them and of course they immediately become full of it when I say to them, it's easy. You can definitely have, I'll guarantee you a career as good as mine. Just go out and find yourself a subject like Muhammad Ali, pitch your way into it, and stick around for 40 years and you'll be a superstar. So I want to dedicate my being conducted today to the great Muhammad Ali, one of the great human beings. I know that you'll understand that there is no way I would be standing here had Ali not taken me along for the greatest ride of my life. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to the selection committee.
Graham, a little tighter. You gotta get down. Neil, just a little more over your hand. Chris, hurry up and get Oscar, man. Get Oscar, we're waiting. It's up to you. Grab him by the collar. Yank him out. You can do it. Tell him you can. Yes, tell him about Oscar!
You guys grab and you guys are going to turn just a little bit sideways.
Shoulder out.
We're really short on space.
In towards each other, yeah.
We're going to wait. We're going to put Oscar in there.
You want Oscar and then we're done. Where are we going to put it?
You tell him where you want him.
A little more, Graham. A little more this way. Oscar!
Joseph! One second.
40.